Hello guys, welcome back to VideoTalk. I'm Willy and this is Forgotten Gialli. Vinegar Syndromes Forgotten Gialli collection to be exact. I have all 7 of these Forgotten Giallis and here is the 7th of these which I watched, and this is the one I want to talk to you about this time. Because yeah, I have been saying previously that Forgotten Gialli is not my favorite cup of tea, and yeah, I have been also talking trash about this film, that these are forgotten for a reason. But yeah, I think this 7th box was a little bit more better than usual, and let me explain why that was. Because yeah, we have 3 films in this box and they are Mystère, Obsession, A Taste for Fear and Sweets from a Stranger. And none of these films I had previously seen, and I watched them when I was doing my morning jogging on this like a walking path. And yeah, that's a nice way to you know, like shorten your back catalog of films that you need to watch. Now yeah, if you have ability to do that, then you may be doubling down your films that you can watch per day, maybe. Okay, enough from that. Let's start with this kind of like in my opinion the lesser film of this box, Sweets from a Stranger. And this was about these prostitutes in Rome that somebody is suddenly killing them one by one. And yeah, this was kind of like a special in that sense, because in this film the main character is the prostitute. Now usually it doesn't go like that. It is usually a cop or somebody who witnessed the murder, but never the like prostitute. And it was kind of like a funny microcosms about how these prostitutes are like a part of society, how they like organized to fight this murderer who police apparently is not finding. So it's kind of like a interesting fresh take. But I think the murder sequences in these films, they were very poor. Like okay, one scene, well, this like a killer comes to this girl and girl is like the face is all bloody and killer does this. Like it's clearly like looped this video, like he actually did this, but then they have multiplied, and slashing, it doesn't even feel like it would even hurt. I think there were 2 of these scenes, and yeah, this was very light killing, but like I said, I think the film strength is within these like different take on the prostitutes and their relationship between the murder. And also I think the strength of this film is pretty ladies, especially the main character here, Barbara De Rossi. Holy shit, what a babe. She was very good looking, yeah, and the other girls too were not bad looking. Yeah, if you start thinking about the motive of the murder, it really don't make any sense. I won't go spoiling it for you if you're gonna be watching this, but it doesn't make sense. But yeah, welcome to the club. Most of these films, the motive for the killings doesn't make sense most of the time. So this kind of fits in the equation for sure. This included 1 commentary from Troy Howard and 10 interview from the director and interview from the producer and also interview with composer. These were all in Italian, and the director of this film was somebody called Franco Ferrini. I don't think I have seen any other films from him, and this was from year 1987. And all these films were region-free, which is always a plus for the guys who live outside United States. Yeah, kind of disappointing film. I would rate this film like 2 stars, and that is my absolute most I will give to this film. Okay, then moving on to Mystère. Now this film is starring goddamn the Bond babe Carole Bouquet, and this is from year 1983. All these films are from the 80s, and that's kind of like a lost decade for the giallos. And this, mind you, I have on the freaking Finnish VHS, and goddamn, is this a beautiful tape, or is it not? I have the Molo covers, and also it is released from Gerit Oy, and this has the subtitle Pako Hong Kongiin, Escape to Hong Kong. Now, I was thinking, what the hell is this Hong Kong shit that this cover is talking about? But yeah, wait until the last like 5 minutes of this film. You get to see the Hong Kong. But yeah, beautiful tape, and I think this is quite rare. I think I have seen this for sale like one time. I don't remember where did I even get this film. But one time, in addition to this, I have seen it, but I can't remember what was the price that day. But certainly not very common tape, this Mystère from Get It, but the film itself. Like I said, it is starring Caroline Bouquet, and also it is starring Janet Agren and John Steiner, and directed by Carlo Vanzina. And it's another film about prostitutes. These are the prostitutes that... There's this fat photographer who accidentally shoots like assassination of an American diplomat, and then this fat guy goes, of course, what he does in the evening when he has seen the photographs, of course, he orders a couple of prostitutes. And yeah, Caroline Bouquet and Janet Agren are the prostitutes, and they accidentally put in their purse these photographs for this assassination. And then, of course, the gay GB and what kind of killer who uses cane. The instances are after them, and yeah, the plot is kind of complex, and yeah, this was more interesting in that sense that this is more like a thriller. If you could say that this is more like a James Bond film than like a giallo. It's more like a James Bond film with giallo elements in it, and I may say that this music in this film was absolutely fantastic. Very 80s, very funky and very groovy. And holy shit is this Caroline Bouquet. Oh my god, what a babe. Very good looking and very, just like in the Bond film. This was made like, was this 2 years after the Bond film, For Your Eyes Only? Was it? Yes, it was For Your Eyes Only. So this was a lot better than this film, but not excellent. The ending scene was pretty funny too. I would rate this film 3 out of 5. That will be enough. And this includes also commentary by Natalie Thompson and Drew Howard. I didn't listen to that. And Italian soundtrack. I always listen, by the way, I always listen to these films, English soundtrack, because most of the time that is the correct soundtrack that they used for talking. Because at least in the 80s, the Italians were also already like thinking that, yeah, these films are more, they have more market in the outside of Italy, so they were mostly talking Italian, I mean English in these films. Okay, then interview with actor Greg Snegoff, American actor who is playing the cop in this. And then, yeah, interview with writer Enrico Vanzina, and yeah, interview with producer designer Paola Comencini. Nice little interviews, and I think this Greg Snegoff was the only guy who spoke English, and all the rest were speaking Italian. Yes. By the way, nice way to watch this if you Blu-ray player supports it. So just put the speed to 1.5. So at least in my player you can still get the subtitles and you can still hear the sound. So that is great way to speed those things up, because these interviews were pretty long. It was 25 with the writer and 20 minutes with the actor and 20 minutes with the production designer. So there you go. Pro tip for you if you are just able to do that. I recommend this. But hey, for the final film, and this was goddamn, this was a surprise to me. I didn't even know this was freaking possible, but it was a science fiction giallo. Holy shit, science fiction, fucking goddamn, you maniacs, you did it, you did a science fiction giallo, goddamn it. Holy shit. Now in this film it is set in the future, and it takes its like inspiration from Blade Runner. They have this strange car and even laser weapons, and then the biggest hit in that time is the video. And this film is about the photographer who photographs, a lady photographer who, by the way, is played by this actress Virginia Hay. Please comment in the comment section in what film, what Australian film Australian American film did that chick play in? So that's a 10 points from me, if you know. Okay, I can reveal that at the end of the video. But Virginia Hay is playing in this and other Italian babes, and she's the photographer, and then there's this killer who kills one of her models, and she's a lesbian, and she has a hot girlfriend, assistant girlfriend, who was, by the way, played the same chick who was playing this girl in Atlantis Interceptors. Holy shit, I don't recall seeing her in any other goddamn film, but in this she was. And this film, holy shit, this includes so much nudity. I mean, it is almost practically a softcore porn film. There's so many close-ups. This is bodybuilder woman, and they shoot her ass so close that you can almost see her like an asshole. It was very close shot of her ass, and oh man, mind you that this was pretty difficult to watch when you were walking with the walking pad. Like you're getting like very like tense in some places of your body, and I'm not talking about stomach. No, sir, I'm not talking about that. But yeah, it was a very fun experience. Now the plot is very confusing. This killer, you know, killing the models and taping them like this SMS session and sending the tapes to her. And then she is like trying to figure out who is doing the killing. Well, they could have gone a little bit more overboard with the science fiction elements, but this was, mind you, this was a very stylish film, and this was clearly made by a guy who makes music videos, because it includes the interview with the director, director Piccio Raffanini. And if I remember correctly, in this interview he said that yeah, MTV was just arrived. Okay, it was the year 1987, so MTV has just been quite a few years around, but clearly they were going after this music video-esque style. And this film feels like this music montage from from Cobra. You may remember this scene where this David Rash is taking pictures. She's hanging with the robots. This film feels like they made a feature-length movie about that scene. Its style is very, very colorful and very visionary, if you could say that. I love this sketchy, like, you know, computers and video equipment, and yeah, this guy is even using Commodore 64 to, you know, program this like a image manipulation to do something, and yeah, it's great. I love that shit. This was clearly the best film in this box. I would rate this 3.5 stars. I would definitely consider 4 stars if this would have more murders and more gore. It's pretty tame on that section, but I was genuinely surprised about this science fiction theme and the film itself. Hey, tell me, what have you seen this? Have you seen any of these giallos? And put that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and catch you in the next video. Bye.